trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
So the lineup flips over. Jorge Mateo now. He's 0 for 1. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first.
0-1.
No throw, safe at second. 1 out, base is empty. Swing and a liner foul off to the right.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field not.
Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Nobody out, runner at first. Gilbert went off for 2 homers in his last game. And this one could be extra bases. Around third. The relay. The tag. And he's safe. It's 3-2. Well, he delivers in a huge spot right there.
Well, he's so dialed in. I don't think he even realizes how much pressure exists out there. Very easy swing. Nice and relaxed. This is the type of approach you want to see. Guys take in this situation.
So 2 down. Colton Gilbert, the next Cub to hit. Warning track. Wall. And you can touch them all, baseball man. Another homer. His second home run of the game. And they tack on to their lead. It's 4-2. Singy, he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he is really seeing the ball well in this one. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Gilbert really excelled in this one and contributed to the win. 4 hits, 2 of them. Colton Gilbert, fresh off an impressive 2-homer performance. He'll look to keep that momentum going today. 1 down. And here's the catcher, Colton Gilbert. There's a buzz in the stadium every time he comes to the plate as he tries to extend his hitting streak. That one ripped right center field. This one could be trouble. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
Runner takes off. Striking there. He takes second. Great jump, and that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close.
Well, I'm sure that steal will raise a couple of eyebrows because of this big lead, but I think it's more respect for their opponent, knowing that they've got to continue to add on if they're going to win this game. Don't take it as an offense. Take it as a sign of respect.
Let's take a look at the player of the month. He has been outstanding of late. Bradish back to work. And that one hammered. That's back there. Off the Jumbotron, way out of here. Wow. He'll circle the bases. That's his third home run of the series. And they close the gap. It's 5-1. And that's his fifth straight game leaving the yard.
And Boog, if he goes a game or two without hitting a home run, he's going to feel like he's going to get sit down to the minor leagues.
We take another look as StatCast tells us that ball took off at 110 miles an hour.
And plenty of distance as well. I mean, that was an impressive home run, Boog. He squared it up and knew it was gone.
This one popped up. Gilbert settles underneath it. He's there. He's got it. And there's one away.
Oh, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
Foul ball. Gilbert recently taking home Player of the Month honors. Left-hand batter waits. He swings and fouls one off.
And what a show he put on last month, Boog. Really impressive work at the dish, and I'm sure his teammates and the coaching staff appreciate it. Great having a bat like this in the lineup.
Foul ball still 0-2. Two down, nobody on. And that one ripped into right, and foul ball. Foul ball, it stays 0-2.
Well, certainly doing his very best out there on the mound to bring that win streak to a halt.
Swung on, belted. That one is back. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. Another homer. Home run number 50 on the year. And we're all square. It's 5-5. Singy, that's his 50th career homer.
50 might not sound like a huge number, but it's a nice little milestone that a lot of guys don't get to.
And first offering is fouled off. Gilbert was again named Rookie of the Month. Clearly a cut above the rest of the rookie class. Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. And he's gone yard again. His 51st home run of the year. It's 11-5. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
Back here to blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, Singy, you've tightened up the hairdo, but back when you played, how valuable was it to have a barber in the clubhouse?
Well, Boog, I'm going to say invaluable. That's how valuable that it was, because I was the barber. Yes, I was the team barber, man. I'd be cutting hair 7:05 game. I'd be finishing cutting someone's hair at 6:45.
Whoa.
And I'd ask these guys, you're making millions of dollars. Why can't you go to a stylist and get your hair?
Goes to first, save. And there are runners at the corners. Gilbert had a great showing in the win. A special game at the dish with 3 homers.
My life I has to fight.
Colton Gilbert went yard 3 times. 1 down. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit. The Cubs would love to get a win in this one to boost their postseason hopes. Mateo runs. Pitch misses. He's safe at second, and that was not close.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job at controlling the running game. And that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can to try to keep that base stealer's rhythm off. Well, they weren't able to do it right there. They're going to have to make some type of adjustment. Our players are going to be running all game.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Suzuki gets his lead at first with nobody out. Eflin measures 6 feet 6 inches, 30 years old now. And they went out and made a trade for him last season. On the ground. And foul ball. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes. But that's not what that pitch was.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. There's a swing and a drive. And it one-hops the wall. Rounds third, headed to the plate. He scores, and they have the lead.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
2 outs, base is empty. So Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some. Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. He'll touch them all. His 52nd home run of the season. And they add a run. It's 5-zip. And just like that, his home run streak is up to 6.
Oh, he's an absolute machine, working really well at the plate right now. He just can't miss every time he swings. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Gilbert came up with 4 hits in his last game. That one ripped. That's going back. Back some more. Can't get to it as it drops into the corner. In safely with a double, his 2nd of the day. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And that's a foul ball. Now the catcher up to hit, Colton Gilbert. He's already homered here in this one. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And that one's gone into the bleachers. Another homer. His 53rd homer of the year, and they add a run. It's 7-1. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here's Adley Rutschman. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in, and we're in the top of the 8th. This one in the air. Gilbert makes the grab. 2 down. Now the Cubs catcher, Colton Gilbert. That's hard hit on the line. And no one can get there. Here's Tucker on his way to the plate. 1 run is in. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play, and it's now 10-2. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down. It's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that.
Los bolsillos llenos, me siento como un buster, todas se me arriba. Mala mía, si tu gato está en mi roster. Paso postre, entro el dueño de la aldea. Women se me pegan, huele mi dinero. Yo no soy Shenlong. Mira, no imaginas lo que te espera. Entro el dueño de la aldea. Women se me pegan, huele mi dinero. Yo no soy Shenlong. Mira, no imaginas lo que te espera. El abuso, si sale un meque, mis perros están buzos. Me sobran los recursos. Cuando treboteamos la hablo sucio. Lealtad siempre por el de vieja. El machete, la tengo arañando las paredes. Mírate, mírate, verde. Todos los verde. Entro el dueño de la aldea. Women se me pegan. Huele mi dinero. Yo no soy Shenlong.
Here at the friendly confines, Wrigley Field. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Cincinnati Reds and the Chicago Cubs.
We stand tall, we push through, don't give up. We're breaking the silence, so open your eyelids.
And we'll be back to the first pitch right after this.
You are not staring us, you can keep up with the pace. I am in love with
Spencer Steer, the next to hit for the Reds.
Spencer Steer.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Gilbert makes the catch, and there's 1 gone.
Batting third, the shortstop, Elly De La Cruz.
2 on, 1 out. Gilbert digs in now.
And every at-bat's a big one for him now as he looks to keep this amazing hitting streak going.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Right through there for a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
This one drilled right center field. That one heading for the fence and gone. His 54th home run of the season. It's 3-0. And the streak is alive. He's homered now in 7 straight.
Who does this guy think he is, Joey Votto or something? Man, that's ridiculous. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Elly De La Cruz, the next to hit.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Popped up right side. And that'll do it. Reds go down quietly. They trail it here 3-0. One out, bases empty. And a foul ball. Martinez with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups. Ground ball to the right side and foul ball. Ripped on a line. Benson makes the grab for the second out.
Now,
Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. Runner at first with no outs here. Swung on, belted. That one back. And it slams off the bottom of the wall. Throw comes in. Runner stopped. Second and third. Nobody out.
Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Swing and a ball popped up. Gilbert. And there's one down.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Gilbert will hit next. He's already homered here in this one. That's ripped. Base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score, and it's 6-4. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
And now the catcher comes up to him, Colton Gilbert.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Home run number 55 on the year. It's 9-4. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
Let's break out the StatCast numbers. At Singy, it tells us this home run was projected at more than 450 feet.
Yeah, and not many players can hit home runs as far as this one. That's a special feeling, and I'm sure he was giggling a little bit as he was jogging around the bases. That was one heck of a swing he put on the baseball.
Outs, nobody out. Gilbert really excelled in this one and contributed to the win. A 4-hit performance, including a pair of homers. Colton Gilbert with an eye-popping 35-game hitting streak. Can he extend it one more today? It's the Cincinnati Reds and the Chicago Cubs. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. First and second, one out. Gilbert now at the plate. There's a buzz in the stadium every time he comes to the plate as he tries to extend his hitting streak. Line drive, base hit. And they hold the runner at third, but the bases are loaded now with one out. And with every hit that extends his streak, he climbs higher on the all-time list. Rarely has anyone gone this far.
Yeah, Boo. 30 is about as far as most guys can take it, and he's just blown by that mark. And now it actually looks like 40 might be in play. I'll tell you.
Runner takes off. Oh, now this one gets away at the plate. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
You don't usually see teams try to claw back into games by being aggressive on the base pass like this, but it's still early in this one. This kind of tells me they're going to try to tackle this one run at a time instead of waiting back for a big 3-run homer.
Singer back to work. And first offering is fouled off.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
In the air out to center. Hines flying after this one. Makes a nice running catch. And there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That's back. And that's going to bang against the wall. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Wastes no time there. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
First and second, 2 outs. Gilbert digs in now.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run.
Swing and a ground ball towards first, but foul. Two outs. On a line. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. A 3-run shot. His 56th home run of the season. And they slide in front in the 6th. It's 8-6. 8 straight games with a home run.
Well, tie in some great hitters at the plate. Griffey, Mattingly, Dale Long. This is just impressive. The cutter up and in can be such a tough pitch for the hitters. You have to keep your hands above the baseball, and that's exactly what he did. He caught it out front and drove it out of here.
One down, runner at first. And ready to... Goes the runner, pitching for a strike.
0-1's the
Throw
count.
to second, great jump, and that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close. Gilbert was a big contributor for them in the win. A 3-hit performance, including a homer.
I'll tell you, Boog, I was excited every time he came off. When a player is locked in like he was, it's a really special feeling. Great job in this one.
Colton Gilbert has been a constant. Now here is Elly De La Cruz. Runner on the go.
Hey.
And that's a stolen base, not even close. So runner at second, 2 down. In now for the Reds, Christian Encarnacion Strand. This one in the air. Gilbert under it. Brings it in, and that is that. Here at Wrigley Field, bottom of the second. And here's the rookie catcher, Colton Gilbert. There's a swing and a drive. And that one's gone into the bleachers. His 57th homer of the season, and just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0. 9 consecutive games with a home run.
Well, just dialed in at the dish right now. 9 games in a row. That's just unthinkable. Congrats to him. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
1 out, base is empty.
Colton Gilbert.
Gilbert working on a massive campaign right now, putting up some big home run numbers. That one is absolutely belted. See you later. Another homer. His 58th home run of the season. And they tack on to their lead. It's 2-0.
He was able to hit one out in this weather. Are you kidding me? How did he do that? Got to keep that front shoulder closed and your body square to the plate, especially when you're facing a left-hander. He did all those things until the very last moment where that hip just popped. Hands came through, nice little lag to it. Carried out nicely.
Gilbert under it. Puts it away for the out.
Oh, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
So back to the top of the Reds lineup. And now the designated hitter for the Reds, Santiago Espinal. Gilbert makes the catch. 2 down. Back here at Wrigley Field. And now Colton Gilbert. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back. That one on its way. And it's gone. And he's gone yard again. His 59th home run of the season. And they add on. It's 3-0. Singy, he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he is really seeing the ball well in this one.
Let's break out the StatCast numbers. At Singy, it tells us this home run was projected at more than 450 feet.
Yeah, and not many players can hit home runs as far as this one. That's a special feeling, and I'm sure he was giggling a little bit as he was jogging around the bases. That was...
When I first met you, baby, everything I knew wasn't any matter than a shade of blue. You blew
but I'll still live.
Welcome into Busch Stadium in downtown St. Louis. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Chicago Cubs. One out, runner at second. Gilbert will hit next. On the ground, right side, and it's off the bag. And now the center fielder, TJ Friedl. And Singy, we already know he's going to finish the season with a new career high in home runs. This one in the air. Gilbert moving under it. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Donovan.
No outs, runners at first and second.
Colton Gilbert.
That one ripped. And it one-hops the wall. One run across. He's in with a double, and that's his second double of the night. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers.
Walker.
This one in the air. Gilbert should have this one. Corrals it. One up, one down.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him instead of a line drive.
That's hard hit on the line. Base hit coming home. He will score. Not in time. He's safe. So bases all. Loaded up. Gilbert getting ready to hit. 3 for 3's doubled twice and single. Fastball for a strike.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that is foul. That one is absolutely belted. And this one looks like trouble. One run is in. Another comes in to score, coming home. Now a relay to the plate. He's in there. 3-run score. And the lead continues to grow. First and second, one out. And now the shortstop, Mason Wynn. In the air on the infield. And the infield fly is called.
Now batting, the third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
So a man at first, Colton Gilbert, the next Cub to hit. Hit in the air right field, and that one way back there, and that is way gone. A 2-run homer. Home run number 60 on the year. And they boost their lead. It's 13-2. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. High velocity up and in is just such a difficult location for the hitter. But this time he pulls the hands tight to the body, gets through this pitch. What conviction in that swing. Awesome job at the plate.
To second, pulls him off the bag. Gilbert with a Ruthian achievement in this one, hitting his 60th homer of the season. Colton Gilbert ready to put on a. So 2 down. Colton Gilbert, the next Cub to hit. There's a buzz in the stadium every time he comes to the plate as he tries to extend his hitting streak. And there's the strike.
Well, as a hitter, you're hoping that the command on that sinker doesn't come until later in the ball game. But if that's how it's going to be all day, it's going to be a tough one for the offense.
Line to left and a base hit. And now 2 aboard. Here's Contreras now.
The first baseman, Wilson Contreras.
Popped up right side. Squeezes it. And that is that. The Cards leave one. Scoreless. And we're back as we go to the top of the 4th. And here's the catcher, Colton Gilbert. Matz back to work. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. In one, hops off the wall, should be extra bases. And now a runner moves into scoring position as we look for the first run of the ball game.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Man at first, one away.
The catcher, Colton
Gilbert, a former All-Star. Only 18 years old, a former first-round pick in 2024. Swing and a base hit. They get it in quickly, so first and second. Now 1 out. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball.
On a line out towards center. Friedl makes the catch. Runner tags from third. He's in on the sacrifice fly. It's 7-2.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Back here at Busch Stadium, all set for the start of the inning. So up now for Chicago, Colton Gilbert.
No matter what, when you're playing this kind of rival, take your game to another level.
Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touchdown for a hit. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double. The relay. He's safe.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. That was one of those swings that feels like you're swinging an aluminum bat. It jumped off so hard, squared it up, and he went screaming at 108 miles per hour.
Colton Gilbert comes into this one fresh off of 4 hits. And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Gilbert digs in now. There's a buzz in the stadium every time he comes to the plate as he tries to. Now this one gets through. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds it third. So that extends his hitting streak to 40 games. He's really in that rarefied air now, Chris.
Yeah, you have to wonder what's going on in his dome right now. I mean, I know he's trying to block out all the noise, but at this point, it's impossible. And as much as he wants to focus on the task at hand, all the talk about the chase for the record is going to dominate anything else happening on the field. This is pretty special.
Liberator back to work. That's towards center. Friedl on the move. And there's one down.
Woo, he was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
There's a swing and a drive. Back there. Out of here. He'll circle the bases. His 61st home run of the season. And they tack on to their lead. It's 7-1.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure.
And that one hammered back there. And that one is gone.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it. And hits it out of the ballpark.
Now a drag bunt, third base side. Throw not in time. It's an unlikely infield single. Well, Singy, that was really nice looking. Able to get it down and in a good spot.
And he makes it look easy. Bat angle was perfect. Barrel stayed above the hands. Could almost walk to first.
Swung on, belted. That's back. Makes the catch up against the wall.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
Gilbert was outstanding in this ball game, helping them get the win. Selected 3 hits, including 2 home runs.
I'll tell you, Boog, I was excited every time he came up. When a player is locked in like he was, it's a really special feeling. Great job in this one.
Just saying all the pretty words I love to hear. Yeah, you wanna do what I do.
From inside Rogers Center. Now it's going to be Nathan Lucas. Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. That's 20 stolen bases for him this season. Top of the second, and here's the rookie catcher, Colton Gilbert. Max Scherzer back to work. Fought off foul.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Guerrero steps on the bag and quickly one away in the second. One down. Anthony Santander at the plate.
Runner, yes.
Kick in the pitch. Runner goes. That's in for a strike. Throws it away. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. Swing and a ball popped up. Gilbert should have this one. Nabs it. That's out number 2.
Now batting, shortstop, Bo.
No outs. Runners at first and third.
Colton Gilbert.
Dives, and he can't hang on. Over to Bichette, and that's all they'll get. Still only one out here in the inning. Pulled down the line. This one hammered, but it's foul.
Well, that ball was hit pretty hard and sure had home run distance, but if you're the pitcher out there on the mound, you execute it. Just a long strike. You go after him and finish him off.
That one is absolutely belted, raging back towards the wall. And it's off the wall. And he's into second base with one away as the go-ahead run. Ready to begin the eighth. Stepping in, Colton Gilbert. Tate, a 6'2 righty, 30 years old now. And he found his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers. Line drive, caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting the line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. And there's one down.
Man, that's a huge first out to get here.
Gilbert added one more to that hitting streak.
No, you can't win a lot of games without hitters delivering like he did in this one. No question, he's a key contributor for him.
Colton Gilbert getting ready. So two down. Here's the catcher, Colton Gilbert. And that's just foul. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone.
With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Lace down the line. Could be extra bases. The run comes in from second, and they lead by 2. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
One out and a runner at second. Foul ball. Swing and blast one down the line. It's gone if it's fair, but it hooks foul.
Oh, it's a really good pass of the ball right there. Just a little bit too quick. He's got to find a way. Just let it travel a hair more.
Line to left. Makes the grab for the second out. And here's the catcher, Colton Gilbert. He's already homered in this game. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. One run is in. 2 runs across now. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The relay, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Colton Gilbert.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Hey, nice rip, nice beat.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. One run across. Here's Tucker on his way to the plate. Relay throw home. He'll score. 2 runs are in, and it's 12-1.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Colton Gilbert, the next Cub to hit. He's already homered here in this one. Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. Another homer. His 64th home run of the season, and they add a couple more. It's 17-1. Singing, he's been red hot. Colton Gilbert, fresh off an impressive. Colton Gilbert, the next Cub to hit. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Back there. Forget it. Home run number 65 on the year. It's 2-0. So add another game to his hitting streak. Chris, this is remarkable.
Just so exciting game after game. He's given us a real thrill, and that swing was obviously no exception.
Popped up left side. Gilbert gets under it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 2 away down. Runner on at first with 1 gone. Alejandro Kirk getting ready to hit. Schneider leads off first with 1 away. And a sac bunt here. Slings to first, out on the sac bunt.
Well, just doing his part right there, trying to move that runner in a scoring position. Got it down successfully. Now we'll see if they can drive him in from second.
So runner at second, 2 down. And the batter is George Springer. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Gilbert settles under it and makes the catch. And the inning is over. 1 hit, 1 left. On to inning number 4. It's the Blue Jays 4 and the Cubs 2. Taking a look at some notable Rookie of the Year candidates this season. Gausman back to work.
Come on, ball, get on up.
Line.
Drive, Adam in center field. Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And that one's gone. Another homer. His 66th home run of the season, and they boost their lead. It's 6-4. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Throw to second, and great jump. So here's the cleanup hitter, Colton Gilbert. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those 2 he hit were legit.
And he looks pretty locked in right now at the dig.
That one is back. That's long gone. And he's gone yard again. His 67th home run of the year. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 8-4. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. So up now for Chicago, Colton Gilbert. Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. Another homer. His 4th home run of the game. And they add a run. It's 9-4. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive.
Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. This one in the air. Gilbert settles underneath it. Hauls it in for the out.
The batter, number 11. Shortstop, Bo Bichette.
Gilbert was outstanding in this ball game, helping them get the win. A remarkable 4-homer game.
I'll tell you, Boog, I was excited every time he came up. When a player is locked in like he was, it's a really special feeling. Great job in this one.
I'ma stick to the mission statement. Yeah, let's get the paper. Somebody love it, hate it, no matter the situation. What? Everybody rich is someone who got nothing, and everybody broke. Whether spirit or funds, the American tell a lie. The dollar cover the flaws, the flow. The flow is covered by God. Told my city, hold on. The weather throwing me off. I'm in the city, get lost angles. Try to move forward for long. Everyone ain't raised me. I'm Murray Steak at heart. Heavyweight in the industry, want to siphon it. They rewriting it, but every bit is fighting it. Ever since I gave first pass some Nikes, I've been seeing where the anacondas and where the vipers live. When you good money, the industry want to siphon it. Spent 2 years loud being quiet, then Def Jam cold. I'm like, yeah. I like quiet, I'm the guy in the office. Vendetta ever come on a 5, I'm all the bosses. And yeah, I see the culture divide, but I don't force it. I should've had a Jordan by now, they on that. I'm the white guy, him. To the try hard, that be riding on. I'm the one that got away. I'm the one that found a way out that super dark place where all the guys got left. That's it. That's it.
Here come the boogeyman. We doing the can run the clock on American Bandstand. Flushing the pan, not a fan of the jam band. Sweating on the floor till we no longer stand. Hey, Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Give me the girls and the cause I need all the things that's in the damn. Cause I need. Either punk, rock, bumble, or you shuffle your feet. Life in the fast lane, guaranteed to win in the rap race. Me, I'm all, I'm stuck in a bad place. Fat face, sugar, the gas tank, sucking on my tailpipe. My pace, nothing to gain, I want the brain, but so it's the same. You can contain all my game, but the fame with the page, with the never remains that I can die happily while you screaming my name.
Oi, oi, oi. I want Ellie feet.